The absolute worst thing about Avatar: The Last Airbender is definitely Ozai because of how one-dimensional he comes off as a villain. But just because I say it's the worst thing doesn't mean that it's bad. After all, there is a lot of subtext when it comes to Ozai describing his personality. The first one being is that he exists as a dark mirror to Aang. Aang truly loves life, and he believes that all four nations need to live together in harmony, whereas Ozai does not, believing in the complete dominion of others and seeing the strength in chaos. But something that isn't discussed is how Ozai is also a victim of sorts when it comes to the propaganda machine of the Fire Nation. Aang is a physical victim of the Fire Nation massacre, losing all of his friends and loved ones, whereas Ozai is a mental victim. The only thing that he saw when it came to the war with other nations is how his economy boomed during it. And while in Season 3 there are examples of how some people are suffering because of this war, even within the Fire Nation, most of this nation is booming because of it, which more than likely led to Ozai's entire personality of might makes right. And we can see this with Iroh even enjoying the destruction of the wall in Ba Sing Se during a flashback. Another point of contention within the Avatar community is whether or not Fire Lord Ozai even loved his family. With how twisted his mind was, I don't believe that he genuinely loved his family, but he had a twisted form of it. And there's a few moments within the show that give us a glimpse of this twisted love of his. The first one being when he burns Zuko's face for showing disrespect during the War Council meeting. A good amount of people believe that Ozai did this to his son because he simply didn't love him and he showed no promise as an heir, unlike Azula. But during the eclipse, when Zuko and Ozai have a conversation about this moment, he says it was to teach him respect, and he doesn't appear to be lying during this, more than likely thinking that this was a lesson his son needed to learn. But something even more interesting is the following conversation, which is Ozai trying to goad Zuko into killing him, telling him to why wait, you have your swords, you could end this war right now if you kill me. This is not a bluff of some sort, by the way. He truly wants Zuko to kill him in this moment because he truly believes that might makes right, which is why he gets so upset when Zuko refuses to do this. His own family, once again, his twisted form of love is showing here. Another interesting dynamic is Ozai and Ursa, Zuko's mom. After Ozai and Azulan's discussion was over on whether or not he should become the next Fire Lord, he discussed how he would betray Azulan with Ursa so he could become the next Fire Lord. This leads to Ursa being banished, to which Zuko as a child confronts his father about. And when Zuko confronts his father about Ursa's whereabouts, he strangely remains silent, which is very out of character for him. It's almost like he's conflicted in this moment on whether or not he made the right decision. This moment is the best example that I can think of when it comes to showing Ozai's humanity.